All right, let's dive into a transformative journey that's going to flip everything you thought you knew about attraction upside down. If you've ever found yourself frustrated, confused, or even downright angry, wondering why the women you're drawn to aren't falling for you, you're about to discover the missing piece. Forget chasing looks, money, or status. Those are myths most guys blindly follow, and they're dead wrong. Today on WisdomWavesAura, I'm unveiling 9 magnetic traits that have nothing to do with being a model or a millionaire. These traits are so powerful, they'll have women noticing you, chasing you, and craving your presence. The best part? This isn't about faking it. It's about unlocking the confident, authentic, irresistible version of you. This is pure psychology, and you're about to wield it like a superpower to shape how women see and feel about you. But before we jump in, I need you to do 2 quick things. First, drop a comment below and tell me which trait you think is the most important for attraction. I'm reading every single one on WisdomWavesAura because I want to know what makes you stand out. Second, smash that like button right now. It tells YouTube that WisdomWavesAura's content matters, so it'll keep serving you these life-changing insights. Trust me, you'll want to revisit this. Stick with me to the end, because by the time we're done, you'll have a blueprint to transform how women and the world see you. Let's get started with the first trait. Confidence isn't about being the loudest guy in the room or flexing to prove you're the alpha. It's a quiet, unshakable belief in yourself that radiates when you walk into any space like you own it, without saying a word. Picture this. You step into a room, shoulders back, moving with purpose, not needing to prove a single thing. That's the vibe women can't resist. Arrogance, on the other hand, is just insecurity dressed up in a loud, cheap costume. Women see right through it instantly. Real confidence is subtle, built from facing fears, tackling challenges, and stacking small wins over time. Every time you push through discomfort, whether it's a tough conversation, a new goal, or a moment where you had to stand your ground, you're forging that inner strength. Think back to a time when you felt completely secure in your abilities. Maybe it was nailing a project at work, handling a tricky situation with grace, or simply knowing you had it together. You didn't need to shout about it, did you? That quiet self-assurance is what confidence truly is, and it's magnetic. Women are drawn to men who don't need validation from anyone else, who are so sure of their worth that it speaks for itself. Here's the kicker. Confidence can't be faked. Trying to puff yourself up with boasts or put down screams insecurity, and it's a major turnoff. Instead, real confidence grows from experience. It's about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, maybe speaking up in a meeting, approaching someone new, or taking on a challenge you're not sure you can handle. Each time you do, you're stacking wins, reinforcing that inner resilience. On WisdomWavesAura, we're all about growth, so here's your first action step. Next time you're in a group setting, resist the urge to overtalk. Let your presence do the talking. Hold eye contact, stand tall, and embrace silence. Notice how people lean into you, how they're drawn to that quiet power. Confidence isn't loud. It's a force that pulls others in without you saying a word. Now let's talk about emotional intelligence, a trait most guys overlook, but one that's an absolute game changer. Women don't want a stoic robot who buries his feelings. They crave a man who gets them on a deeper level. Emotional intelligence is about more than just recognizing your own emotions. It's about reading hers, picking up on the unspoken, and making her feel truly seen. Think about a time when you really listened to someone, not just heard their words, but felt what they were going through. Maybe it was a friend opening up about a tough day, or a moment when you connected with someone on a deeper level. That's the magic of emotional intelligence. It's not about fixing her problems. Most guys mess this up by jumping into solution mode when a woman shares something emotional. She doesn't need you to solve it. She needs you to understand it. Next time she's venting, try saying, "That sounds really heavy. How are you holding up?" That simple act of reflecting her feelings creates a bond most men can't match. It shows you're present, you're tuned in, and you're not afraid to sit with her emotions. Women are drawn to men who can do this because it's rare. It signals you're not just strong but emotionally grounded, capable of handling the complexities of a relationship. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about building real connections, so here's your action step. Practice active listening today. In your next conversation, focus on feeling what the other person is saying, not just hearing it. Repeat back what you sense they're feeling, something like, "It sounds like you're really frustrated about that." You'll be amazed at how much deeper your conversations go, and when she feels like you get her, that's when the magic happens. Let's move to ambition, because here's the truth. Ambition is sexy, but it's not just about chasing a bigger paycheck, a fancy car, or a corner office. It's about having a purpose, a mission that gives your life direction and meaning. Women are incredibly drawn to men who know where they're going, even if they're not there yet. It's the drive, the hustle, the fact that you're working toward something bigger that makes you stand out. Think about the last time you set a goal and went all in. Maybe it was hitting a milestone at work, getting in shape, or learning a new skill. That feeling of being locked in, of knowing you're building towards something greater, that's ambition, and it's magnetic. Women can sense when a man is on a mission. It shows you're not just coasting through life, settling for mediocrity. You've got a vision, and that energy is contagious. Here's what you need to understand. It's not about where you are right now, it's about where you're headed. You don't need to be at the top yet, but you need to be on your way. On WisdomWavesAura, we're all about growth, so set a goal today, something as simple as reading a book, starting a side hustle, or committing to a new habit. Let your passion for that goal shine through in how you talk, move, and live. Women will notice, and they'll want to be part of your journey. A man with a purpose is a man she'll follow. Humor is your secret weapon, and I'm not talking about memorizing cheesy pickup lines or trying to be a comedian. Playfulness is what sets you apart. Life can be heavy, and a man who can bring lightness and joy, even in tough moments, is unforgettable. Think about a time you turned an awkward or stressful situation into something funny. Maybe a quick joke, a playful comment, or even laughing at yourself. That ability to find humor in life's ups and downs shows resilience, confidence, and approachability. Women are drawn to men who can make them laugh because it creates an instant connection, breaks down barriers, and makes you someone they want to be around. The best part? You don't need to be perfect. Authenticity is key. Just be yourself and let your natural sense of humor shine. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about keeping it real, so here's your action step. Next time things get tense, try a lighthearted quip or a playful tease. Always keep it kind. Notice how it shifts the vibe and draws her closer. Keep her laughing and she'll keep coming back. Stability is another trait that's pure gold. And no, I'm not just talking about financial stability, though that's important. Emotional stability is what women crave. They want a man who stays steady when life gets messy, someone they can count on when things go sideways. Picture this: life throws a curveball, and while everyone else is panicking, you're calm, collected, and grounded. That's the kind of strength that makes you a rock she can lean on. Stability isn't about having all the answers. It's about showing you can handle whatever comes your way without losing your cool. Women are drawn to this because it signals reliability, maturity, and strength. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about building a solid foundation, so start by creating stability in your own life. Set up routines, hit the gym regularly, manage your finances, stick to a schedule. When you've got your life together, you become the kind of man she knows she can rely on. In a world full of chaos, be her constant. Passion is like a spark that lights you up from the inside out, and women can't resist it. This isn't just about being obsessed with a hobby or a job. It's about living with enthusiasm, curiosity, and a hunger for life. Think about the last time you were completely absorbed in something, maybe a project, a goal, or even a moment where you lost track of time because you were so into it. That energy is contagious, and women are drawn to men who are fully engaged with life. It shows you're not just going through the motions. You're alive, driven, and excited about what's next. On WisdomWavesAura, we're all about embracing that fire. So find one thing you love, whether it's exploring a new skill, diving into a hobby, or chasing a big dream, and make time for it. Let that passion spill over into your conversations, your energy, your vibe. When you're passionate about your own life, women will be passionate about being part of it. Mystery is a lost art, but It's one of the most powerful ways to keep a woman intrigued. Most guys make the mistake of spilling everything up front, every detail about their life, their feelings, their past. But women love a man who holds a little back, who leaves them curious to learn more. This isn't about playing games or being dishonest. It's about maintaining independence and letting her discover you over time. When you have your own life, your own passions, goals, and interests, you show yourself sufficient, not needy or clingy. That independence is magnetic because it signals you're secure in who you are. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about keeping things authentic, so don't overshare right away. Share just enough to spark her curiosity, then let her chase the rest. Stay busy with your own mission and she'll want to be part of your world, not all of it at once. A man who's a mystery to be explored keeps her engaged. Kindness is one of the most underrated traits, but it's pure power. In a world where everyone's focused on themselves, genuine compassion makes you stand out. Women notice how you treat others, friends, strangers, even the barista at your coffee shop. Small acts of empathy like listening without judgment, helping without expecting a reward, or just being there show you're strong enough to care. But kindness isn't about being a pushover. It's about having the strength to stand up for what's right while still showing compassion. On WisdomWavesAura, we believe in lifting others up, so make kindness a habit. Do one small act today. Help a friend, offer a compliment, or just listen. Women will see you as a man who's both strong and caring, and that's a rare combination they won't forget. Charisma is the final piece of the puzzle, and it's not about being the best-looking guy in the room. It's about how you carry yourself, how you move, speak, and engage with the world. Picture a man who walks with purpose, stands tall, makes eye contact, and speaks with clarity. That's charisma, and it's magnetic. Women are drawn to this energy because it signals confidence, strength, and self-assurance. The good news? Charisma isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Work on your body language, stand tall, hold eye contact, slow down your movements. Speak with conviction, not rushing your words. And yes, take care of your appearance, stay fit, dress sharp, practice good hygiene. It shows you respect yourself and others will follow suit. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about leveling up every day, so start small. Walk with purpose today. Make eye contact in your next conversation, and notice how people gravitate toward you. Charisma isn't about being loud. It's about making people want to know more without you saying a word. Now you've got the 9 traits that make you absolutely irresistible, but here's the deal. Knowing them isn't enough. You have to take action. These aren't just tricks to attract women. They're habits that will elevate your entire life. On WisdomWavesAura, we're all about transformation, so pick one trait to focus on today. Maybe it's building confidence by stepping into an uncomfortable situation, practicing active listening to boost your emotional intelligence, or setting a new goal to fuel your ambition. Whatever it is, start now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Comment below and tell me which trait you're starting with and what action you're taking. I'm reading every single comment on WisdomWavesAura because I want to see your progress. Then, make sure to like this video and subscribe with the notification bell on. WisdomWavesAura is here to keep you on track with more insights to help you become the best version of yourself. Change starts with commitment. The only thing standing between you and the man you want to be is action. So go out there, apply these traits, and watch your life transform. You've got this, and WisdomWavesAura is with you every step of the way. Let's dive deeper into why these traits work and how you can make them part of your life. Confidence, for starters, is the foundation of attraction because it signals security. Women are wired to seek men who can handle life's challenges, not because they need a savior, but because a confident man is a partner who can stand by their side. It's not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable with your imperfections. Think about the most confident person you know. They don't brag or put others down, they just move through the world with ease. You can build this by starting small. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting even if your voice shakes. Maybe it's approaching someone new, even if you're nervous. Each time you do, you're proving to yourself that you can handle it. Over time, those moments stack up and you start to carry yourself differently. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're about real growth, so try this. The next time you feel nervous, take a deep breath, center yourself, and act anyway. That's how confidence is born. Emotional intelligence is where most men miss the mark, but it's a skill you can hone. Women are highly attuned to emotions. They can sense when you're disconnected or just going through the motions. Being emotionally intelligent means you're not afraid to feel, but more importantly, you're not afraid to understand her feelings. This takes practice. Start by paying attention to body language, hers and yours. Notice when she's tense, excited, or holding something back. Instead of jumping in with advice, ask open-ended questions like, "What's that been like for you?" This shows you're engaged, and it builds trust. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're about creating meaningful connections, so make it a goal to have one deep, intentional conversation this week. Listen without interrupting, reflect her emotions, and watch how she opens up. That's the kind of connection that sets you apart. Ambition is attractive because it shows you're not stagnant. Women want a man who's moving forward, not because they need you to be a millionaire, but because a man with drive is a man with purpose. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, the fact that you're striving for something, whether it's a better job, a healthier body, or a new skill, makes you stand out. Think about what lights you up. If you don't know yet, experiment. Try a new hobby, read a book outside your comfort zone, or set a small goal and crush it. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're about taking action. So pick one thing you've always wanted to do and start today. It could be as simple as committing to a 10-minute workout or learning a new skill online. The key is to move forward with intention. That energy will draw women in because it shows you're a man with a vision. Humor isn't just about making her laugh. It's about showing you can handle life's curveballs with grace. Women are drawn to men who don't take themselves too seriously, who can find the light in tough moments. This doesn't mean you need to be a jokester. Sometimes it's as simple as poking fun at yourself when you mess up or turning an awkward moment into a shared laugh. The key is authenticity. Don't force it. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we keep it real, so try this. The next time you're in a conversation, look for a small opportunity to be playful. Maybe it's a light tease or a witty observation. Pay attention to how it shifts the mood. Humor builds connection, and connection builds attraction. Stability is about being a man she can rely on, not just in the good times, but when life gets messy. Emotional stability shows you're grounded, that you can handle stress without falling apart. This starts with you. Build routines that give your life structure. Exercise regularly. Manage your time. Keep your space organized. These habits signal to others that you've got your act together. Women notice this because it shows you're not just reacting to life. You're in control. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're about building a strong foundation, so start small. Pick one area of your life to stabilize, whether it's your morning routine or your finances. Consistency breeds trust, and trust is irresistible. Passion is what makes you magnetic. When you're excited about something, whether it's your work, a hobby, or just exploring new experiences, it shows you're fully alive. Women are drawn to this because it signals you're engaged with the world, not just coasting. Find something that lights you up, even if it's small. Maybe it's cooking a new recipe, learning an instrument, or diving into a book that challenges you. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're about living with purpose, so make time for something you love this week. Let that enthusiasm spill over into your conversations. When you're passionate, she'll feel it and she'll want to be part of it. Mystery keeps her curious, and independence is the key to creating it. When you have your own life, your own goals, hobbies, and passions, you show you're not dependent on her for happiness. That's incredibly attractive because it signals confidence and security. Don't feel the need to share every detail about yourself right away. Let her discover you over time. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're about authenticity, so focus on building your own world. Pursue your interests, set goals, and let her come to you with curiosity. That slow reveal keeps the spark alive. Kindness is a strength, not a weakness. Women notice how you treat others, and it tells them how you'll treat them. Small acts of compassion, listening to a friend, helping a stranger, or even just being patient, show you're secure enough to care without needing something in return. But kindness doesn't mean being a doormat. It's about balancing empathy with strength, standing up for what's right while staying compassionate. On WisdomWavesAura, we believe in lifting others up, so make kindness a daily habit. Do one small act today and notice how it changes the way people respond to you. Charisma is about presence, how you carry yourself, how you engage with the world. It's not about being the loudest or the best looking. It's about moving with purpose, speaking with clarity, and making others feel seen. Work on your body language. Stand tall, make eye contact, slow down your movements. Take care of your appearance, not to impress others, but to show you respect yourself. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about constant growth, so practice this today. Walk into a room like you belong there. Hold eye contact in your next conversation and speak with intention. Charisma is a skill, and every step you take makes you more magnetic. These 9 traits, confidence, emotional intelligence, ambition, humor, stability, passion, mystery, kindness, and charisma, are your blueprint to becoming the man women can't resist. But knowing them isn't enough. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about action. Pick one trait to focus on today and take a small step. Maybe it's facing a fear to build confidence, listening deeply to grow your emotional intelligence, or setting a goal to fuel your ambition. Comment below and tell me which trait you're starting with and what you're doing to make it happen. I'm reading every single one on WisdomWavesAura because your journey matters. Like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to keep WisdomWavesAura's insights coming. These traits aren't just about attraction. They're about becoming a man who commands respect, lives with purpose, and inspires others. The only thing standing between you and that man is action. So go out there, apply these traits, and watch your life transform. WisdomWavesAura is with you every step of the way. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.